folks, welcome to the Cigar Fellowship. My name is Johnny Nova, and we're here to bring you another cigar that you can find in just about any tobacco shop or any cigar lounge's humidor. And it is Arturo Fuentes Magnum R. This is a utility stick, man. This is the Derek Jeter of cigars. This will fit anywhere. This is a celebratory cigar. This is an everyday cigar. This is a delicious cigar. This is a unique cigar. I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Arturo Fuente Magnum R. I even put on my Arturo Fuente shirt for you guys. And I've got my Arturo Fuente espresso. Delicious. See that? Nicey nice. Anyway, so this cigar, let's break it down. The wrapper, Ecuadorian Rosado Sun-Grown. Aged 10 years. Dominican binder, Dominican filler. Comes in Toro, Robusto, a 58 Torpedo, a Super 60. I mean, basically from 4.5 inches to 6.5, 6.25, or 6.5 inches long. From 44 ring gauge, you'll get this up to 60 ring gauge. It has multiple sizes. It's a medium-bodied cigar, regular production cigar, and it's made by Fuente in Santiago. I was there. I was at the factory. There's a story I have to tell you about that. Just let me back up a second and go back to the fact that this wrapper is Ecuadorian Rosado Sun-Grown, aged 10 years. That's the type of operation Fuente runs, okay? Yes, I joined the Fuente cult. I did. It's amazing, man. They always have on reserve for regular production cigar, 10-year-old aged Ecuadorian Rosado wrapper for this cigar. I think that this cigar should be one of their premium cigars, right? You have your opuses on top, you got your rare pinks, your Don Carlos. So this should be right there. I'm not saying it's an opus, but it should be right there with like one of their like premium cigars. As far as I'm concerned, this thing is fantastic. Flavor is tremendous. And I walked past it for a long time before I noticed it. But I've been smoking them regularly for like the last year and a half. It's definitely a go-to stick. It's one of those cigars I would say, you're in the mood for a cigar, you know what you're in the mood for? This. You're in the mood for this. When you light that up, that's what you were in the mood for and you didn't even know. This is gonna hit every time. My timing on this review is terrible. I had this written out a couple of weeks ago. Like I said, I've been smoking these on and off for a while because there's a story behind them. And I had written it out, like I have my bullet points. I write everything out, you know, so I can discuss it with you guys. And I'm always referring to my notes because I'm not gonna remember all that stuff. And unfortunately, you know, I was looking to do this outside today. It's been pouring the last 2 days. We had beautiful weather. I want to film outside. It's freaking pouring outside. So I'm back in my office. But that lounge is coming. A couple of weeks. I think we start next Monday. I'm going to start on it. Anyway, so the Cigar Hound Dog is a popular cigar reviewer, influencer. You know, if you know, you know. He's, you know, if you look for him, like I always look for his stuff. He's part of the Cigar and Banded crew. He happened to do this review like a week ago, not even a week ago. And I was like, fuck, that's the one I have next in queue. How am I gonna do it now? And I'm like, who the fuck watching my videos? Besides, I had mine written out weeks before I looked at his, which is a good thing because his video was great. I liked watching it, it was interesting, but I had already taken my notes. So there was no like, cause like I had mentioned also in a previous video, you know, the power of suggestion is strong. So he might've said something that I might've, you know, might have threw me off what I was getting. And I want to be completely honest with you guys. This is what I'm getting from this cigar. Whether you think it's bullshit or not, that's for you to decide. But you know, this is just what I'm picking up from this cigar. Could be my imagination, but this is what I get. As you saw, it was a nice deep brown color, right? You got your typical Fuente cigar band on it, which is very nice, classy, right? This is a 54 by 6.25, I believe. This is a pretty nice size ring gauge, Toro Extra. Nicely layered. Listen, I went to that factory. They are squared away, man. It was unbelievable experience. If you ever get a chance to go on any cigar factory tour, go. But if you get a chance to go to the Fuente factory tour, you gotta go. I mean, it will blow your mind. What a ship they run, man. Picking up some Barnyard, nothing else on the wrapper, and it was solid. A little bit of a spring, solid cigar, V-cut, Of course, I got a clear draw and I picked up a little bit of cedar. And what I know is familiar to me is a little bit of what I call, and other people call, Dominican funk. I wanted to touch a little bit on some of the foot bands just before I get into the first, second, and thirds. You know, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Sometimes you're in the Fuentes section, right? And you have, like, you know, your premium stuff. You have your opuses usually up on top. You might have your rare pinks and your Don Carlos and stuff, your Hemingways. Then you have like all these nondescript Fuente bands with foot bands, but you know, they're all the same. Like they're like this one, right? It's got a green foot band, but it's got like that Fuente. You know, you're not sure what it is. Sometimes they're not all in cellophane. A lot of times they're in cellophane and you would just read the back, right? This is a Chateau Fuente. General rule of thumb, green is Connecticut shade. You can see it's light, Connecticut shade. Just a general rule of thumb. It can be something else, but general rule of thumb, it's a Connecticut shade, right? Black is usually going to be sun-grown. This happens to be a Don Carlos, so they'll put them on some limited editions too, but generally speaking, black is going to be sun-grown wrapper. This could be on any cigar, right? Red is añejo, is going to be like aged, usually going to be broadleaf, it's dark, right? So those are the three things I just want you to try to remember. Green is going to be Connecticut, generally speaking. Black is going to be sun-grown. And the red is going to be añejo, old, aged wrapper, generally speaking. They also have the gold, which is going to be like rare special editions. Some opuses, I have an opus here, you see the gold band. They're going to hold that for like the Dioro special releases, stuff like that. So just wanted to get that out of the way. And the other thing is, when you're in a tobacco shop or a cigar lounge, you're there to spend money. There should be you shouldn't feel funny. Like, I'm not saying pick up the cigar and like what I do here and I shove it up my nose and I'm smelling it. Don't do that. That's bad form, right? If you're in a cigar lounge, you know, a cigar lounge is humidor or a tobacco shop. If it's in a cellophane, you could pick it up. You could give it a little bit of a squeeze. You know what I mean? Don't be jamming it up your nose. Just don't do that. I've seen people do that. Don't do that. Do it after you buy the cigar, or don't buy the cigar. But with that said, take your time and ask questions, right? There should be no pretension. You're spending your money, you're spending your time. So nobody should be rushing you. You shouldn't feel funny. Ask a question. If it doesn't say it in the back of the cellophane, or if it says something in the back of the cellophane, you don't understand what it means, ask somebody. Sometimes the guy working there doesn't know. You might want to go in the back, ask one of the guys, hey, any of you guys familiar with this cigar? The cigar space is generally very friendly, right? Some people say, oh, I feel funny when I walk in. I mean, you're just a new face, man. Just walk in and say, hey guys, anybody ever smoked this cigar? You'd be surprised how many people will jump up to try to help you. They really will. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the foot bands and asking questions and learning, you know? So let's get into the flavor notes, you know, what I was picking up. So in the first third, I was definitely getting some cedar, some mint, and some nuts. The dominant flavors would be the cedar and the nuts. Pretty simple, but flavorful. I always enjoy this cigar right from the get-go. I would say the smoke texture is like a creamy mouthfeel. It starts off like that, creamy mouthfeel. And the intensity would be, you know, there's different ways to perceive intensity, right? Because I always, first, second, and third, I always talk about nicotine. So I really should kind of rephrase that. Listen, it's a medium-bodied smoke, right? It was light to medium in the beginning. Let's leave it at that. On the retrohale, I was getting some white pepper and some honey, a honey sweetness specifically. Sides of the tongue, cocoa and a little bit of pepper. Okay, short finish, minty and nutty. Short finish is I take my and I taste. Then I'm getting that. Long finish is when I take a big draw and I let it out slow and I let it lay in my mouth a little bit. And there on the longer finish, I was getting more cedar and pepper. Interesting, right? On the short finish, if you take a small little puff, blow it out, I was getting some minty nuttiness up through my nose. And not retrohale, just tasting it up through my nose. Long finish, I was getting cedar and pepper. It was lying there on the long finish, right? The retrohale, though, was white pepper and honey. I mentioned that before. I don't always retrohale. Sometimes I like to take small puffs and blow it out because I I want to taste the differences on how it's laying in my mouth, laying on my tongue. Light nicotine, and the burn was perfect, ash holding wonderfully. Going into the second third, there was an introduction of more of that earth, and I had smelt the barnyard on the wrapper, and a little bit of leather. The mint was still present, and of course, what popped out whenever I smoked my Dominican cigars, I was getting that bitter citrus peel on the sides of my tongue. Love it, but that's what I was getting. That's what I get. And now we're going up to like a medium-bodied cigar, where it was doing its job, burning nice. Pepper and cedar on the retrohale, coming out through my nose, pleasant, really nice. Sides of the tongue, cocoa, some of the bitter citrus peel. Still on the short finish, what I call the short finish, I was getting some mintiness. And then on the long finish, it was some cedar, some nuts, and some graham. I don't know if was that honey maybe turning into a little bit of graham. And the smoke texture changed up a little bit too after it got nice and hot. It went from, I guess it's kind of the same. It went from like creamy to velvety, I would say. After the cigar was heated up nicely. I didn't have to flip the ash yet. I wrote that down. It didn't fall off. I had to do it myself because it was just going to land in my lap. The construction was perfect. And the nicotine ramped up to a nice level. I just wanted to chat. I was chatty. Like it was there, but it wasn't killing me, And then the final third, as far as flavor development, it stayed with the earth and the leather. And I would have to say that, if I had to pick a favorite part of the cigar, it's probably the second third going into the third third, because that's when I started picking up the bitterness from the orange peel, or, on the sides of my tongue. The mint was basically gone. I was getting a little bit more cedar. It was a strong medium now, full flavored, strong medium cigar. Retro, I was getting pepper, leather, and cedar. Short finish, cedar and pepper. Long finish, more of the nut shell, I would say, and the graham cracker, that honey that had turned to more like a graham cracker flavor. A lot of smoke, silky, textured smoke. Again, you have to flip the ash. It's not going to fall off by itself. You got to flip it. Perfect construction and medium strength as far as the nicotine goes. So as a final thought, I would say, towards the end, I'm smoking this till it's a nub. Okay, so the flavors are going to blur a little bit because I'm a freaking, I'm a slob. I'm smoking it with my freaking corn on the cob holder. I'm burning my lips because I'm getting it to the end. Of course, everything's going to blur when you get towards the end. It's going to get a slightly bitter. But this is always a really pleasant experience. You never have a bad experience with one of these things. And, it sounds like I'm harping on it. And I am a bit of a Fuente fan, but, you can order this online and smoke it as soon as it gets to your house. You could take this right off the shelf. If the guy's freaking putting price tags on it, the wrapper's aged 10 years already. These are good to go. You order these, you find a deal on these and you order them, they're good to go when you smoke them. Listen, a little, time in the humidor never hurts a cigar, but I don't think it's necessary with this Magnum R. I don't think it's necessary at all. Listen, I just wanted to mention to you guys, I had built the website. Listen, I had some help with it, but I'm terrible with computers, man. This is a pain in the ass, but there's some cool stuff on there. There's a lounge finder on there. Like if you just go to if you go to thecigarfellowship.com, it's going to be like the diamond plate. It's going to look like this behind me, right? And there's like a lounge finder. So let's say you're in Ohio, whatever town you're in, and you're just open up your location for that app and type in wherever you are, and it'll give you all the cigar lounges in the area. Like I embedded that into the website, which is pretty cool. There's a DIY thing with some things that I recommended, like if as far as exhaust systems, or even just like a TV stand. I found an awesome TV stand on Amazon. It'll hold like up to an 80-inch TV and never fall over even in the wind. Like I got some good recommendations up on there, some tools, some cutters, some lighters. Click on the links, check out some stuff that I know that I've used for a few years. I only put shit up there that I've used and I know is really good. Try to like and share. I'm trying to break into the cigar space a little bit by just, learning with you. What is the Cigar Fellowship? It's you. it's whoever's watching. It's the one person, the two people, it's the one person that liked it, the one person that shared it. It's all of us together, right? I want to interact with you guys. So send me messages. You could send me an email. You could find it on the YouTube channel, which is the Cigar Fellowship. You could find it on the website, which is thecigarfellowship.com. Like, share, spread the word, tell your friends. Let's get this thing going. And then soon, maybe we could do some lives. We could do some events. The summer's here. We could have some fun. And that's all I got for you. I appreciate you. And as always, stay healthy, do the right thing. And I wish you guys peace.